I'm Dr. Lutz Mary, Associate Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. I'm going to take the PET technique Monte Carlo simulation from the subject soft project management. PET technique: before any activity begins related to the work of a project, every project requires an advanced accurate time estimate. Without an accurate estimate, no project can be completed within the budget and the target completion date. So, developing an estimate is a complex task. If the project is large and has many stakeholders, things can be more complex. Therefore, there have been many initiatives to come up with different techniques for estimation phase of the project in order to make the estimate more accurate. So, PERT is one of the successful and proven methods among the many other techniques such as CPM, function point counting, top-down estimating, wave, etc. PET was initially created by the US Navy in the late 1950s. The pilot project was for developing ballistic missiles, and there have been thousands of contractors involved. PET technology was involved, it ended in 2 years. So, PET basics: as a basic, PET is about management probabilities. Therefore, PET involves in many simplest statistical methods as well. Sometimes people categorize and put PET and CPM together. PET shares some characteristics with PET. PET has a different focus. Same as most other estimation technique, PET also breaks down to the task into the detailed activities. Then a Gantt chart will be prepared illustrating the interdependencies among the activities. Then a network of activities and their interdependencies are drawn in an interactive manner. So in this map, a node represents every event. The activities are represented as arrows as they are drawn from one event to another based on the sequence. The earliest time TE and the latest time TL are figured for each activity and identify the slack time for each activity. When it comes to deriving the estimate, PET has a statistical route to do that. So example, PET is given: T is equal to 3 months, 10, 20, 30 and 50. It's along with the A, B, C, D, E, F, the month. C is equal to T amp plus T likely divided by T plus. Same time variance is calculated. So every activity in the critical path E and B are calculated. Then the total of all E's are taken. This is the overall expected completion time of the project. Now the corresponding V is added to each activity of the critical path. This is the variance for the entire project. This is done only for the activities in the critical path, as only the critical path activities can accelerate or delay the project duration. Then the standard deviation of the project is calculated. This is equal to the square root of the variance. So Monte Carlo simulation, so it is the name applied from the casinos. It conjures the images of the intricate technology and maximize one year. The importance of Monte Carlo analysis in software project management: it allows the project manager to calculate the probable total cost of a project as well as to find the range or a potential date of completion for the project. Since a Monte Carlo analysis uses quantified data, this allows project manager to better communicate with the senior management, especially when the latter is pushing for impractical project completion dates or unrealistic project cost. Also, this type of analysis allows the project manager to quantify perils and ambiguities in project schedules. So an example is project manager create 3 estimates for the duration of the project, one being the most likely duration, one is the worst case scenario, the other being the best case scenario. For each estimate, the project manager consigns the probability of occurrence. The project is one of the, so you have to calculate the 70% probability and completed in 4 days. The probability is taking 2 days is 10%, it's 4 days to finish is 20. So that's given. So the problem is given. So Monte Carlo analysis refers to a technique in a project management where a manager computes and calculates the total project cost and the project schedule many times. This is done by using a set of input values that have been selected after careful deliberation of probability distribution or potential costs or potential durations. Using the Monte Carlo analysis, a series of simulations are done on the project probabilities. A simulation is to run 1000 odd times, and for each simulation end date is noted. Once a Monte Carlo analysis is completed, there would be no single project completion date. Using this probability curve, the project manager informs the senior management of the expected date of completion. Therefore, it could be said that using Monte Carlo analysis, the project has 90% chance of being completed in X number of days. So the normal or bell curve, in this type of probability curve, the value in the middle are the likeliest to occur. The long normal curve, her values are skewed. The Monte Carlo analysis gives this type of probability distribution for project management in the real estate industry or oil industry. The uniform curve, all instances have equal chance of occurring. This type of probability distribution is common with manufacturing cost and future sales revenues for a new product. So this is useful for sales forecasting and cost forecasting. The triangular wave, the project management enters the maximum, minimum or most likely values. The probability curve, a triangular one, will display values around the most likely option. Thank you. Thanks for your patience listening.